Hello guys, this is Donald's Movies and welcome to the 5th video in the Versus City. In this video we will be discussing a possible battle scenario between the two famous mages, Jaina Proudmoore and Kael'Thas Sunstrider. So, with the information that we have, I will try to speculate a possible battle scenario.
The Sun Reavers still operate within this city. Alliance and Horde work together. As long as we stay above the war, then there's hope for the world as a whole. I see our city as a beacon of light showing the way. If we can trust one another here, then there's hope for the rest of the world.
Jaina, the daughter of the Grand Admiral Daelin Proudmoore, the ruler of Dalaran, and the leader of the Kirin Tor. She saw the plague firsthand and played a crucial role in the Third War, and she ruled the city of dath'remar, the human stronghold in Kalimdor, and was responsible for most of the diplomatic relations between the two factions. However, that all changed when Garrosh took over the Horde and destroyed her city with the help of the Mana Bomb. Since Ronan died in the blast, Jaina took over the Kirin Tor and is leading it to this day as one of the most powerful mages on the world of Azeroth.
Illidan offered new sources of arcane power, and so I joined him in Outland, pledging to return one day to lead our people to glory. But Illidan's agenda was short-sighted. I grew impatient. In secret, I began harvesting what energies I could. I had a brief taste of true power.
Kael'Thas, the Crown Prince of Kael'Thas and the Lord of the Blood Elves. He was a crucial member of the Kirin Tor and the last of his line in the Sunstrider dynasty, the most important family in the High Elven history. After Kael'Thas was destroyed, he led most of the remaining High Elves, now called the Blood Elves, and through a union with the Naga and Illidan's Stormrage, he ventured to Outland and helped Illidan take control. However, he betrayed everyone as he secretly allied himself with the Burning Legion and tried to summon Kil'jaeden through the Sunwell. His plans failed and he was killed, but nevertheless he was still a very powerful character. So, if Jaina and Kael'Thas faced off in a 1v1 duel, who would win? Jaina, just like Kael'Thas, is of royal blood since she is the daughter of Daelin Proudmoore of the human kingdom of Kultiras. At a young age, she was impressed by the guardian Adrian and all the tales about her, and thus she became the apprentice of Antonidas and started studying the powers of the arcane. At the time, Kael'Thas was interested in her, but so was Arthas, whom Jaina ended up with. However, their relationship was short-lived due to Arthas' commitments to Lordaeron and her studies. When the initial signs of the plague were obvious, Jaina teamed up with Arthas, but once they reached Stratholme, they split up since she didn't want to help him murder the innocent people in order to prevent them from turning into the undead. Instead, she listened to Medivh and sailed with a lot of the Lordaeron survivors to Kalimdor, where she inevitably met the Trolls' Horde. After a long journey, Medivh convinced them that they have to unite despite their differences in the face of the Burning Legion, and so they did, thus stopping Archimonde from absorbing the powers of the World Tree. Not long after though, the Horde was settling in Durotar, and unbeknownst to anyone, her father sent an expedition from Kultiras in order to finally destroy the orcs. Jaina, seeing her father's ignorance, aided Troll, Rexxar and the Horde in destroying Kultiras and also killing Daelin Proudmoore, and later on she assumed control over dath'remar and it became the biggest human stronghold on Kalimdor. In the meantime, she worked on the diplomacy between the Alliance and the Horde despite all the obstacles on the way, but it got really bad once Garrosh outplayed her, and thus using the focusing iris stolen from the Dragonflight, he forged the Mana Bomb that he dropped on the city of dath'remar. The leader of the Kirin Tor, Ronan, died in this explosion, saving her, and thus she came to rule the city of Dalaran. At first, she just wanted to take revenge in order to completely drown Orgrimmar with the power of the elementals, but she was stopped, And then she kinda calmed down, but not for long, as the Blood Elves from Dalaran helped Garrosh steal the Divine Bell that they found on Pandaria. Enraged, she captured the Blood Elves and killed the ones that resisted, but then again she calmed down and actually helped the Horde defeat their true enemy, Garrosh Hellscream. As seen in the 5.4 cinematic, she wants to dismantle the Horde, but in Warcraft she gives the Horde another chance and also makes peace with Thrall. Nevertheless, Jaina was trained by Antonidas, a very powerful mage. She was also in the presence of Aegwynn, although she was masked, and for a long time she was quite powerful, but was never like godlike in any way. But recently her powers have grown quite a lot as the leader of the Kirintor, and so far we have just seen her expert use of the elements and the powers of the frost and even fire. At this point, she is considered to be one of the strongest mortal mages in the world of Azeroth, but how would she fare against another very powerful mage, Kael'Thas Sunstrider? Kael'Thas is the son of an Estrian Sunstrider from the line of dath'remar Sunstrider, the Highborn that led the others to the Eastern Kingdoms and was mostly responsible for the creation of the Sunwell, creation of their kingdom, and the creation of the High Elves. Kael'Thas was a very important member of the Kirintor and was on the important Council of Six, and as I said earlier, he had a thing for Jaina, but nothing really came out of that since she chose Arthas. And that was not even the beginning of the troubles he had with Arthas, since he killed his father Anastasia and he also destroyed the entire Blood Elven kingdom, leaving the survivors, later known as the Blood Elves, in the hands of Kael'Thas. At first he was allied with Kael'Thas, but due to the racism and his hatred for the elves, that did not really last long, as he sided with the Naga on the impossible mission he was sent on by Kael'Thas, and for that he was imprisoned, but he still managed to escape and finally ally himself with the famous Illidan Stormrage in the world of Outland. There he helped Illidan defeat Magteridon and become the Lord of Outland, and he even later on helped him stop Arthas from reaching the Frozen Throne, which, as we know, failed. While there, he actually clashed in a 1v1 duel with Arthas, which unfortunately for him, he didn't really win because of the empowerment Arthas had from the proximity of the Frozen Throne, but he still proved to be quite the opponent with his sword Felomilorn, the same sword dath'remar Sunstrider wielded. After the defeat, Kael'Thas, Vash, and Illidan fled to Outland, and meanwhile Lord Temarteron was named as the Lord of the Blood Elves until the Prince returns, and he was just there to guard the homeland. Little did the others know is that Kael'Thas actually secretly allied himself with the Burning Legion, mainly due to his desire for true power, as he wasn't satisfied with what he had and just his people barely surviving. He was defeated though and presumably killed, but he was actually still alive with the powers of the Fel, and he even led a small assault on Silvermoon, but in the end he was killed and he died for good. Nevertheless, Kael'Thas was a prominent figure in the Blood Elven society, as he comes from the family that basically created the High Elves, and even though he's seen as a traitor, his statues still remain in the Silvermoon City, and he's still a very respected figure. Apart from just being a powerful mage, he was also a very prominent warrior and a gifted tactician, and he was considered to be a master in enchanting and also abjurations, such as creating spells as a mana barrier or stuff like that. But who would win in a battle between Jaina and Kael'Thas? In my opinion, I think it would be Jaina. Now, don't get me wrong, I think it would be an extremely close battle, but I'm talking from the current Jaina, the current perspective, because when she was the apprentice, and even just a couple years back, she was really no match for Kael'Thas, who had all the experience and all the knowledge, and he would defeat Jaina quite easily. But recently, with the powers she has acquired, the entire focusing iris and all of that, she has become very powerful. In the end, that is just my opinion. As I said, the battle would be quite close, and I think the chances are only a tad bit in Jaina's favor, and it would be a bit more of a tie than just a straight out win for Jaina. But do leave your own suggestions on which characters you would like to see in the next versus video, and also don't forget to like and subscribe if you're not subscribed to the channel already, as it really helps out the channel and keeps all the videos going. And thanks a lot for taking the time out of your day to watch this video, and see you next time.